Hi, Leeza London here, and I host a radio show on the Independent FM Tuesdays through Fridays from 12 noon until 3 p.m. Pacific, and you can find us online by streaming at theindependent.fm. Now, I also host a show with Jimmy Alvarez and Randy Lavick on TNN Radio, which is on KXFM 104.7 FM in Laguna Beach. Now, that you can find online as well at kxfmradio.org. Now, that's on Sundays, and that's 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. Now, on both of those stations, I was able to air this fine interview I did with Dorian Cox from The Long Blondes. It aired on December 20th, 2020 on TNN Radio and on December 23rd on the Independent FM. And now you guys get to see it right here on YouTube. Didn't want you guys to miss out. So here goes. This is my interview with Dorian Cox from The Long Blondes. Enjoy. I am here with Dorian Cox from The Long Blondes. And thank you for joining me, Dorian. Where are you based right now?
Hey, I'm in Manchester. Nice to be here. Thank you so much, Leeza.
Oh, wow. Manchester, how's the weather?
It is raining and cold, as it always is in Manchester.
Is there ever any sun? Ever? No.
In Manchester, even if there is sun, it rains every day for at least an hour.
Right, right. And I noticed, because I used to live in the UK, I noticed the floors were constantly wet. Like the floor, the cement was never dry, ever, right? And by the way,
still the same, yeah.
When it was dry, if you were in front of a pub, there was usually a pool of blood right there. That happened on many occasions, and I would be shocked. I remember I was with Paul Gallagher. You know, he's the older Gallagher brother.
Yes,
we were walking past a pub in Manchester, and I looked down, and there was dried blood on the floor. And I said, "Oh my gosh, there's dried blood here." And he said, "Oh yeah, that's normal." And I went, "Welcome to Manchester." All right, so let's get cracking on a little bit of a history lesson of the Long Blondes. Okay, so first of all, the Long Blondes. Where did that name come from?
That was. It was a little bit of a reference to something that I can't remember the name of the film now, but it was an old Hollywood film that one of the actresses said, and I just thought that seemed like such a great name for a band. I can't even remember the name of the film now, but it was some, like kind of a glamorous Hollywood, golden era Hollywood film, and one of the actresses said something about another actress describing her as a long blonde, and I thought that's brilliant. I'm going to use that.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I like that. That works for me. And okay, let's mention the other members that are in the band. Yeah. We have, of course, Dorian is lead vocalist, and on keys we have Emma Chaplin, we have Kate Jackson, and not the Kate Jackson from Charlie's Angels, just to be clear.
That's right. Yeah.
Right, and then we have Screech Louder on drums. I'm guessing that's like a nickname. Yeah. I'm guessing his parents did not name him that.
Well.
Or maybe they did.
His parents were hippies, so he got a strange name.
So you never know. Okay. All right. There you go. So now you guys formed in 2003 and you signed to Rough Trade. There was a lot of momentum going. You released a couple of albums. You were in the top 40. And then all of a sudden you became ill. Is that how the band ended?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that was about 10 years ago now. So that kind of stopped us dead in our tracks, really, unfortunately.
Are you okay now? Are you like?
I'm okay. I'm okay now. Yeah, I'm okay now. But yeah, that kind of put a stop to what we were doing at the time. But the song that is out this Christmas is one that we actually recorded back then and never got a chance to be released.
So it's being released for the first time, but it was recorded probably back in 2008 because that's when the compilation singles came out, which was the day that you guys announced the split of the band. See, I read my press releases. I'm very
no, that's fantastic.
So so now tell me what you've done, or has the band done anything since 2008?
Individually, we've all been doing bits and bobs of music. I know that Kate, the singer, she had a solo album out a few years ago. Mm-hmm. I've been working on a few different projects, really. I've got my current project is called Gold Top Baby, and I'll hopefully be releasing an album sometime next year, fingers crossed.
Great. And then now, take us back to a little bit of the heyday of the Long Blondes. You guys did many tours, you played many festivals. Mm-hmm. What was like the climax or your most memorable moment?
Well, I suppose actually the last gig we ever did was at the Troubadour in LA.
Oh, wow, that was your last gig?
Yeah. Wait, so that was
2008?
2008, yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was kind of even though obviously I wish it hadn't have ended, mm-hmm. that does seem like quite a cool place for a UK band to have done your last gig there. That seemed quite cool. So yeah.
And I'm sure you knew all about the history and that John Lennon had gotten kicked out of there. Elton John got his break there. Like, you probably knew all that too, right?
Exactly. That's it. So it seemed really good for a British band to play on that stage, you know?
And it's such a great venue. That's one of my favorite LA venues. So, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that your last was here in Los Angeles. Maybe, are you going to reform the band? And maybe it could be the first as well from the reformation.
Well, I mean, that's something to think about, definitely. I couldn't state anything. Let's say that.
All right, I'm not putting you on the spot. I know. I see you're having a little trouble answering that one. No worries. So now tell me why you recorded Christmas is Canceled. That's the song we're talking about that we're going to be playing in a second. You recorded Christmas is Canceled in 2008. What was happening in 2008 that would have made you cancel?
I always wanted to record a Christmas song, but it needed to be. I think English songwriters can write better from quite a sad way of thinking. And when I was very young, if I'd been naughty, my mum always used to tell me that if I didn't behave, that Christmas would be cancelled. So to me, I just remembered that phrase as a small child, and I thought, right, I'm going to write quite a miserable Christmas song.
Oh my, that's childish. So tell your mom I don't agree. That's terrible.
I was quite naughty, I think. But
right, okay.
Yeah, that was always a threat.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then you've waited until 2020 to actually put it out because it is so apt for this year. What a perfect year.
Well, that's the thing. It never came out, and then that feels like, okay, this is the exact year for it to come out, surely.
Right. So that's fantastic, and it's such a great song, and I'm excited to play it for everybody right now. It is released now on Blow Up Records. The Blow Up Gang are good friends of mine, so I'm happy that they put this on my radar. And so why don't we go ahead? Thank you for having a chat with me and taking time out of your day. I know it's evening for you guys out there.
No problem.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us. And if you do reform, definitely the Troubadour has to be the first gig, and I got to be there.
Of course it will be.
Yeah.
Of course it will be.
Excellent. All right, thank you again, Dorian. So right now, we're going to hear Christmas is Canceled from the Long Blondes, recorded back in 2008. Ready for this year, which is the perfect year, and it makes a perfect gift for everybody. Download it and give it as a gift. I hope you enjoyed the chat I had with Dorian Cox from the Long Blondes. Now, I can't show you Christmas is Canceled here for copyright reasons, so you will have to click right here if you'd like to see that video of theirs. And also, you can click right here if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, which you should, okay? So, thanks again for watching. Have a happy holiday, and goodbye for now.